He served the United States with honor and distinction, and we'll have the opportunity eventually to learn what has transpired in the past years. But what's most important now is his health and well-being.
Well, we found out what happened. Not good. Those words from Susan Rice raised questions then, and it's raising brand new questions now this morning. The House Oversight Committee, led by Congressman Jason Chaffetz, demanding that the White House turn over all information, reports, and documents on the swap of Bergdahl for those 5 Taliban terrorists. Joining us right now is the congressman. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Okay,
so you sent a letter to Dennis McDonough, the chief of staff of the White House, last night. What do you want?
How in the world can the White House come to the conclusion that Mr. Bergdahl served with honor and distinction? I mean, this is years after the fact. They knew that he had had similar problems like this in the past. You had people that had been killed. I mean, imagine the families of people who went out to search for this person because they knew. And so for her, Susan Rice, to come out before the country and the world and try to sell the American people on the idea that he served with honor and distinction, that begs a lot of questions. Sure. And if there's a justifiable answer, then provide it to the Congress and provide it to the American people. We have a right to know.
Well, Susan Rice has not been a reliable spokesperson for the White House in the past when they talked about going back to the Benghazi thing. Yeah, it was all caused by that video. So maybe she's had some problems with the facts.
But that's why I want to give the administration an opportunity to try to explain themselves.
What do you want from them?
We want to see the documents. What was the background? And clearly, I think that they could pull up those records in a couple of days.
Sure.
And remember, it was years after this, after he had done this desertion. So we were waiting for the Pentagon to come to a conclusion. We're very pleased that they're pursuing this desertion charge. It's very severe penalties, potentially life in prison. But it does contrast how Susan Rice said honor and distinction, and the Pentagon's going to charge him with desertion. So.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know that while you're asking for all the documents, it was a political decision. This was just one of the keys. They had to, we got to get him back, otherwise we can't close down Gitmo 5 guys at a time.
Well, again, you had the GAO, the General Accountability Office, an independent group and agency came in and looked, and they made, in their opinion, a determination that the White House violated the law by releasing those 5 without giving consent or giving an opportunity for Congress to look into this, giving them their 30-day notice. So there's that problem on top of this. And Americans lost their lives. We have mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters who have loved ones who have been killed trying to find this person, and I think they have a right to know what happened.
Absolutely. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, there's another big story that broke yesterday, and that is DEA agents had sex parties, and this is a little different. Rather than taxpayers paying for the prostitutes, for the hookers, apparently the drug cartels paid for the hookers as well.
Can we talk about this before
a little bit?
9 a.m. in the morning?
We'll keep it in a family way.
It really is unbelievable. We got a lot of good people who serve overseas.
Sure.
But the idea that you had DEA agents in Colombia having these parties and funded by the drug cartels, you had foreign nationals in their room, and then no follow-up. That's what I'm concerned about, is that management did figure this out but didn't do anything about it. These people who engaged in these activities got between 2 and 10 days off.
That's it.
It's like a paid vacation almost.
No
maybe they didn't get paid that week, but there was no reprimand. No, these people should be fired. They should be fired immediately.
So you're going to look into it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Crazy story.
Good morning.
Congressman, thank you very much for joining us today here in New York. All right, straight ahead at 7:20 Eastern Time, they lit cars on fire, destroyed businesses, and now the protesters in Ferguson, Missouri are being honored as great world leaders. Does that look like leadership to you? We're going to talk about it. And all he wanted to do was honor his soldier brother with this military-style haircut. Instead, the school, named for a fallen war hero, told him, hey, kid, shave it off or else. That second grader and his mom, who doesn't like it, shares their story with us coming up.